Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me for my stream of The Long Dark. This is Sonky, aka Sarah McMaster, and we are just going to jump right on into it. And it's been a really long time since I've done one of these videos slash streams, so I will kind of tell you what had happened as we set up and get into a new sandbox situation here. So what I intend to do, what I set out to do. Well, first of all, let me delete this garbage. Is I'm going to set out to show you kind of the new mechanics that have gone into place over the last several updates, as well as the new-ish, and forgive me because I don't remember exactly when it released, but the newest of the map zones that we can get into. And I kind of figured out a pretty quick and easy way to get there in a manner that we can kind of survive for a while and noodle around and get to know it a little bit. So let's create a new sandbox. It's going to be Voyager because I'm not going the hardcore route today. Not today, Satan. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start out at Mystery Lake, which if you are familiar with this game or have been following these videos, there's several different maps that are all connected to one another in some fashion. Luckily, this newest map is connected directly to the very first zone, the Mystery Lake zone. So we're going to start there. I'm going to be a lady character. We're going to call this Sarah Can't Type. And we're going to jump right in. Now, of course, I'm going to be randomly spawned in a random place at a random time of day in the zone. So we'll just hit the ground running and see what we can accomplish. So while I'm looking around, kind of doing some cursory setting up stuff, I will tell you the sad story of why I stopped doing these streams for a while. And maybe you can share in a little bit of my pain. So, I had done this fantastically long survival run. Okay, and once again, I don't remember exactly the number of hours, or days, I'm sorry, that I had survived. I think it was somewhere around 140 days, which was like a personal record. I was really excited. I had started out in this zone and progressively gone on to the different zones that you can reach, from here and then the subsequent ones, and doing a really good job staying alive. We had great equipment going. It was a really good thing. Get to the final, the mountain I forget what it's called now. Shoot, just left my brain. Timberwolf Mountain? Got nearly to the pinnacle of Timberwolf Mountain during this stream, which is something I had never ever done before. And we called it quits at a very, very cliffhanging moment in my adventure. I go back at a later date to pick up where I left off, and my data has been corrupted. So that really kind of hurt my feelings real bad. Which, I understand the game is in beta development. It's a thing that happens, whatever. It just kind of put me off for a little while. But I'm back. My feelings are all better. And we're going to check out some cool new stuff. So, okay, let's take a look, actually. Let me come into this cabin here. It'll be dark in here, but we're going to want to look at a menu real quick. Okay, so one of the things that has changed since last I was doing videos is some of the interface stuff. So here we have, okay, I'm hitting the space bar and it brings up my backpack and all these different, hotkey things that I can do. So let's go ahead and check out what's in the backpack. Of course, every time you spawn in this game, you get like random gear, random stuff in your pack. So let's just go through the categories and see what we have. Some fire starting stuff. Let's go ahead and rip this up real quick. I might as well get some stuff done that I can do standing here in the dark. Okay, so we've got a little bit of first aid, some bandages, and some painkillers. That's a good start. Not great clothes to be out in the middle of the wilderness in, so we'll jump on finding something better. Ooh, no food this time, so we're going to have to check this little cabin pretty thoroughly. Oh good, we have a flare and a sewing kit. This is going to come in handy because our gear is probably all toe up from the flow up. Okay, yeah, okay, we got a bunch of miscellany. Alright, first order of business. Let's get some light going in here. Lighting a flare. Oops, and for some reason I'm squatting on the ground. Okay, so we got some light. This will last for a while so we can look around.
I can use this.
Yeah, that's great. So what I'm going to do is just run through, pick up everything useful, kind of sit and go through it after a second, and go to sleep until we have some daylight. Here's a super important thing right here. Ha! Yeah, screw that flare. Actually, never mind, I'm picking that up. Okay, nothing over there. Got some more newspaper. Always good to carry some wood for fire starting. God, this is obnoxious. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Alright. Yeah! Drop it! Drop the damn thing. Or wave it around. Whatever. I'm not picky. I thought I could come out here and, like, drop it. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, because screw that. That's obnoxious. Okay, so I'm lighting my storm lantern now. Gives us a much better view of everything in here. Never leave any stones unturned. Look in every container. Nothing there. Okay, well, at least there's some canned something over here. Alright. Herbal tea. It's always good to have some of that on hand. Let's come over here and look at this. Okay, so this workbench normally has a hook and some line on it. This is a
Well, nobody needs this anymore.
happy little surprise. That'll come in handy later. Albeit probably much later. But that's okay. Yay, finally some food. Okay. Well, now I know we're not going to die immediately. Oh, like this guy did. And useless dead guy.
I'll take it.
Now this is another thing they've added in the expansion, or not expansions, the updates that have occurred since I've been last playing this. You can pick up books that actually are not used for Tinder right away and read them, and they will improve various skills of yours. So I'm just going to pick that up and take it with me, mainly because it's not going to weigh me down too terribly, and I would like to buff up my stats as soon as possible.
This stuff will come in handy.
Now, anything that you pick up that just says book, obviously just chuck that in a fire. That's not going to teach you anything you need to know. But you want to hang on to the named ones. God, this place is barren. Well, got an old bedroll. It is in terrible shape, but we can scrap it and use the scraps to fix up whatever we're wearing now, just to make it a little harder to freeze to death.
This will come in handy.
No, it won't. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Let me put this out, because anytime we're running that, we're wasting fuel. Let's look back in the backpack. I got a little bit of condensed milk. That'll give me some calories. I like to hang on to stuff like that until I really need it. I'll probably wolf this down in the morning. What I'm gonna do, go ahead and hop in bed. And we have about 4 hours of darkness left, so let me go ahead and sleep through that. That'll get me a little bit warmer, get me fully rested, and I'll have some daylight to cook and boil down some water. What just happened? Oh, I woke up 100% rested. That's a new thing, too. You'll wake up if you are just no longer tired, which makes it a little more interesting nowadays. Well, in that case, let me light a match real quick. There we go. And I'm just gonna turn on this here wood stove. Got wood matches, tinder plug. A better chance of this book catching fire, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw down on that. And now we kill time, because that is something that you do in this game. You wait for fires to start. You wait for food to cook. You wait for wolves to stop chewing on you. You know, it's good stuff. Rock on. Oh, and sometimes, if you're really bad at making fires, you'll get like maybe this far on the progress bar and it'll be like, never mind, you failed. You're like, but I feel like I just wasted an eternity. Oh, wrong button. Also, that's a new thing you can do. You can take a brand out of the, any fire that you make and use it as a torch, which actually comes in handy. What? Oh, what's that? Hello, viewer. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so anyway, we're not going to burn this book just yet, because we have to read it first. Oh, and let's not throw a flaming stick on the ground. I was kind of afraid of what that might lead to. Well, I thought I could throw the brand back in there, but I guess I can't. I just have to wait for it to go off. Alright, so anyway, while I'm noodling around over here, we're going to boil down some water. Just to make sure I don't die of thirst. Now, it used to be, earlier in development of this game, that you could only boil, like, half gallons at a time. Now we're up to, like, you know, fifths of a gallon. So that actually helps you manage your time a little better, which is obviously not something I did right there. Luckily, I can come over here and... Can I break down a crate with my hands? Yes. So luckily, if there's stuff like this laying around in houses, you can now break it down for firewood. Which I'm going to try to freaking start another fire with. Let's use accelerant this time, why not? Because I don't want to wait forever. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
So now let's boil that water, make it safe to drink. Once again, it's not terribly much, but it'll see us through the first part of the day, I think. Yeah, let's melt just a little more. See how much we can get away with in increments. Okay. So let's go into the backpack, choose our drinkable water. Go ahead and throw down on that. And I could probably stand to eat this energy bar. Cool. Alright, so now we are relatively full, not dried out, warm, in good shape. Let's spend a little bit of today's daylight making the most of what we can do right now. My goal is to get us a little warmer gear. There's a couple of places I know I can look in to find these things. And I want to find us a hunting rifle. Because the zone we're about to go to is all ate up with wolves. And I'm pretty sure that if you go there without some kind of weapon, you won't last very long. Okay, so I've been playing this game for a long time. Pretty much know this map like the back of my hand. So what I'm doing right now is making sort of a beeline to the trapper's cabin that is way out here, like over by that mountain. Or pretty much kind of on the other side of that mountain. I don't know, it's far away. But we're gonna get there, loot the place, hopefully find some stuff we need, and then probably take a nap and recoup from all this jogging in the snow and loafers that I'm apparently doing. Alright, and one of the things this game teaches you early on, don't forget, is when you hear crows, maybe off in the distance or, you know, approaching where you are, see if you can find them, because normally they're hollering over a dead body, which is something, you know, you can either loot if it's a person or get meat and hide off of it if it is an aminal. Because I thought I heard crows up there, but, you know, I have an agenda. An agenda which includes not freezing to death. Okay, so I decided to take this route to the cabin. Because down here, you'll see a little lake. And beyond that lake is a deer stand that often has useful stuff in it. So we're going to go check that out on our way, because it's really not too far out of the way. Now, anytime we see, of course, those old man's beard lichens, we want to pick those up, because we can use them to make, antibacterial bandages for, like, you know, when critters bite you. It's way more efficient than carrying around a big bottle of antiseptic. Alright, so here we are at the Unnamed Pond, on the cusp of hypothermia. And I'm going to come over here real quick, snatch up a couple of these mushrooms that you can find on stumps. Because these are the things you're going to want to have when you run out of actual medicine. So I like to go ahead and start collecting those early. It's just force of habit. I know I have a, I have a different goal in mind today, but I just can't stop. Gotta pick up everything. Oops. Alright, so here in the deer stand we have painkillers and bandages. Nothing else up there. Some peaches. I'm just gonna leave that where it is. Always grab these, though. I don't really want to bog myself down with too much stuff. Especially, this early on. And with the goal that I have in mind. Okay, so basically, if I keep going in this direction, looking at this mountain range, over here is kind of a wall. It's the edge of the map. You can't go any further over there. Over here, you'll notice that you'll start hearing crows. Am I in the right place? Almost. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So over here, you can usually find either a dead deer, or a dead dude, or both. And this time it looks like we just have the deer. Which, yeah, since it is more than half frozen, I can't use my bare hands to rip meat out of it like a savage. So I'm just gonna let that chill for later. But one of the things you always want to do when you have the opportunity to, when you see crows, always pick up their feathers. Those feathers will really come in handy further on down the road. God, I can't remember if I'm going the right way. I think I am. I'll see once I get up here. Ah, perfect. Okay. So here is my first destination, my real destination I was heading to. Over there is the trapper's cabin. And, good lord, there's just a lot of crow action going on over here. I always like to come down here and check out the barn first, because generally there is yet another dead deer, which will help us very greatly here soon. Plus, I like to come in here and just kind of nose around, see if anything, you know, anything useful is in there. Okay, so first order of business, let's run up here. And we're going to check out the cabin. Ah, Trapper's Homestead. That's what it's called. Okay. Alright, so here we are in this comfortable little cabin. I'm just going to go through and go nuts, just looting everything I can. Okay, so, found some ammo.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I do. These are worth their weight in gold. I recommend holding on to that for as long as you possibly can. Definitely happy to see a can opener here. Sometimes a rifle spawns up here. Unfortunately, we do not get one this time. But I think I know where I can find one. Okay, I'll get to that safe in a second. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that.
Take it.
It doesn't weigh much, and that ought to be fine. Once again, investigate every single nook and cranny of every building or, you know, interesting thing you come across. Ooh, I didn't mean to click on this, but I guess I can go ahead and spend 10 minutes doing that. There we go. Now I can go fishing, if I have to. Okay. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Definitely going to grab the antibiotics. And bandages. Antiseptic is good. Ooh. Okay. That'll do. Now, first aid kit. Ah, there we go. This is the good stuff right here. It's a real time saver. Okay. What else? We got some fir firewood over here in the corner. Got a bunch of furniture that we can bust up if we have to, which we're not going to stick around long enough to have to. Oh. This is what I meant to get into. And there's nothing there. Nothing under the bed. Okay. I'm going to leave that there because I already have a storm lantern. And, alright, well, there wasn't a whole heck of a lot in here. I'm going to go ahead and crack this safe. Kind of show you how that's done. So basically, we're just kind of turning until we see a click. Get back to 0. It was somewhere in this neighborhood. Okay, so 19. Oh my god. Watch, it's going to be like 20. Oh, well, 26, I guess. Okay. 19, 26. This is when I get nervous. Okay, there we go. Alright, so there we go. You just basically gently move it until you hear a click, and then whatever. It's pretty easy to crack a safe.
This'll come in handy.
Maybe. Well, that'll definitely come in handy, hopefully. Ah, yeah, there we go. There we are. That's something worth coming over here for. Okay. So, let's go down here to our little clothing button. This is something that has changed quite drastically since the game was in earlier stages of the beta. It used to just kind of look like the, like this part of the backpack. Like there'd just be, you know, clothing items in here and you just put them on and they'd be checked off, you know, if you were wearing them. It was a good inventory system. This is pretty much way better. Because it answers one of the questions I always had about the Long Dark, which is, so, look at you collecting all these clothes. Why don't you put on more than one layer of clothes? So, check this out. Now you can. So, let's see here. Our options insofar. We can put... Let's put that parka on. And the ski jacket on over it. Let's put the dress shirt on, even though it's useless. Maybe if I fix it up a little bit later, it'll be better. Wear that over it. Let's see. I can put on this cowl that I just picked up. Don't have any gloves yet, which probably will not be all that great for my future if I don't fix that soon. Alright, we don't have any other sock options. Time to get out of these freaking Oxfords. Okay, here we go. Everything about that is better, except for the weight, but whatever. We'll deal with that. I'll be moving slower, but I'll also not die of hypothermia within 10 minutes. Okay. So, now that we're all bundled up, let's take a look and see. We have 11 hours of daylight left. That is wonderful. What we're going to do is spend, let's call it 4 hours of that snoozing. Alright. And back to 100%. Oops, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Alright, now we're hungry and thirsty. So, let's just make use of this water we had left over. And I like to start off... Oof. I don't know. You suspect, Peaches. You suspect. I run the risk of getting sick if I eat anything that's, like, under 50% durability or whatever you want to call this for food. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll gamble on it. Might as well. I'm feeling frisky. Go ahead and see if I die from eating a can of peaches. Hey there, thanks for joining us. Just now looking up and seeing people in chat, so if you have any questions about what's going on or want to ask me anything, just holler. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so I'm in pretty good shape to go out and about. Yeah, a little disappointed in the haul I got out of this place, but that's okay. I know where I can go next. Went ahead and picked up that fir firewood because I don't have a hatchet yet. A hatchet is definitely something you're going to need to, of course, chop wood for fires. Otherwise, you're stuck just picking up sticks that burn for like 5 minutes apiece, and they're a pain in the ass. So, we are going to try to find a good hatchet sometime soon. Alright, I just wanted to walk over here because sometimes there will be a backpack laying up here on this ridge with random stuff in it, or nothing in it, you know, how this game rolls. Also, there's a couple of these lichens that I think you need 3 of them plus a regular bandage to make, like, the special antiseptic bandage. Alright, so now I've got 3 of them. I'm just going to leave those be for now. Alright. So, if we head off straight in that direction, over that rise, and on the other side of that big hill, which I'm not going to do, I'm just pointing it out, you'll come to a little clearing that has a dead guy in it. And sometimes he has a hatchet, and sometimes he has a rifle, and sometimes he has neither of those things. But just for the sake of time, and for the sake of, hitting areas that I think are going to have the biggest payoff, we're just going to skip that. But just so you know, it is an option if you're in this neck of the woods looking for stuff. Okay, so we're coming back here past our old dead deer friend. We're going to run past that little frozen pond again. Only we're going to kind of jog off to the left from this direction. Because for the longest time I didn't know about it. But, God, am I being chased by deer? Go away. I'll come back for you later. But yeah, for the longest time I didn't know, but there's a little cabin kind of very close to the Unnamed Pond over here. And it's got a bed, and, you can kind of stop and rejuvenate a little there. Aw, man, if I had a hatchet, I could go cut down those saplings. Start making myself a bow. Man, I wonder why they put this deer stand over here. Just seems like a real stupid place. Anyway. Now, if you're in it for the long haul, if you're trying to, rack up as many days as you possibly can of survival, one of the things you're going to want to do is check any, watery area for cattails. Because you can eat them. They don't give you very many calories, but they will prevent you from starving. And you can also use the stalks as tinder if you don't have any tinder plugs in your inventory. Which, if you don't, it will be very hard to start a fire. This is why we always take our newspapers and rip them up into tiny little pieces. Anywho, there's a dead guy over there, over by that rock wall. And I don't feel like running over there, so we're not going to go look at him. Once again, I was trying to get, within about 45 minutes of starting, I was trying to get to a point where I could conceivably go to that new zone and not immediately get myself killed. So far, still not to that point yet, but we've got a couple of nearby stops that we can check out and see if we can't gear up there. Ooh, yeah.
I think I can use this.
You want this anytime you can find it. Don't know if that's going to be useful, but I'm taking it anyway. Definitely want those. Because I tell you what, I start freezing to death out here. I'm going out with a painkiller party. Okay. So, dead dude. Sometimes there's another dead dude, hanging out of the John over here. Which there is not. Ooh, sometimes there's a crowbar. Somebody tried to crowbar their way into the outhouse and failed. Maybe that's why this guy died. I don't know. We'll have to investigate that in story mode, possibly. Which I am anticipating so hard. Still don't know when story mode releases, but by God, I'll be there when it does. Okay. Yeah, if I was planning on, sticking around here and utilizing as much of this area as I possibly could, until I ran out of stuff, I would have picked up the snare that I found back in that trapper's cabin and maybe laid it out down here. Because as you notice, there was just a ton of bunnies. And you can kill them for their delicious meats. Okay. So, on the other side of that little hill from that small cabin we found is the clear cut, which is where the logging operation that transpires in this zone apparently has been cutting they logs. And you got to be careful over here because sometimes this area is just rife with wolves. Oh. I can't tell if this is a deer or not, so I'm going to go look. It's a dead guy. Useless dead guy. Get out of my sight. Alright, I'm getting pretty tired. Okay, so once I get over here, there's this lovely sign which tells us that there's a tower way up here at the top of this little mountain. So, let's start following the path up there. If I don't find what I need here, there is yet another place we can check. And after that, we're just running, like, balls to the wall straight into the other zone and just hoping that we find enough stuff to survive. Because I checked it out maybe once or twice since it was released. And it's very cool. It's very expansive. There's lots to do there. But it's also pretty unforgiving and vast. With, like, kind of a barren center area. All the action, all the good stuff is, like, kind of around the outside of the map. With, like, one central location that you kind of come back to over and over. Like a hub. But because of that layout, and because it is one of the more advanced zones, we're trying to gear up a little bit before we head that way. Okay, I like to look over here because sometimes you'll find a dead guy down there who apparently leaned on this fence and then fell. Left me his delicious grapico, or whatever that was. Also gave me time to catch my breath so I could sprint uselessly to try to make the ascent up this mountain somewhat less painstaking. Because I feel like I'm climbing this thing forever. You'll notice that red bar, oops, the red area on my stamina bar up there is kind of blocked out because I'm wearing equipment that kind of weighs me down or makes it awkward to walk. Like the mucklucks I'm wearing. Very warm boots, very awkward to walk in. Okay, so here we are at the Forestry Lookout. I like to check the perimeter of it because, once again, a lot of dead guys up here usually. Not today, though. I wonder if they scaled that back a little bit in certain areas. See, I'm starting to get hungry now. But just in time to arrive. Whoa! Slammed the door on myself. There we go. Oh, man. Okay, so the first thing we notice in here is yay beds. The other thing I notice is not yay, there's no rifle here. Once again, anytime you see a rifle rack like this, a rifle might at some point be in it, you know, when you spawn in the zone. We are unlucky this time, but yeah.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Got us a hatchet. That is going to be pretty useful. Yeah, you know, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, even though it is heavier than all get out. Just because That's one of those rare things that I don't see very much. I don't need that. What's this?
I'll take it.
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal. Finish looting this place. I really don't feel like carrying that with me. Okay. Let's take a moment and look at our food situation. Okay, obviously I could stand to boil or melt and then boil some snow up. Matter of fact, I could probably throw down on a soda right now and handle the thirst aspect of what's going on here. Now I'm going to start eating the stuff that's going to go bad the fastest. Which I am taking a gamble on it, but I'd rather do that in a place where I am safe and have a bed and warmth. I'd rather take that gamble in a place like this than be out, in the middle of nowhere and be like, oh, and suddenly I have food poisoning in addition to hypothermia and blindness in one eye or whatever the heck else is going on. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit filled up on food. We're going to take a little nap for, let's call it, 4 hours of daylight. Tell you what, let's read through the rest of this daylight. Okay, so by hitting space there, I can go ahead and begin to research this book. I'm going to go ahead and hit 5 hours. It probably won't let me go that long because I won't have daylight for long enough. But I'll just keep reading.
Place to rest.
I know. We're good. Okay, so I managed to research 4 out of the 5 hours. Cool. So maybe first thing in the next morning I'll eat, drink, read a book, and then get on my merry way. Let's see. Yeah, I know, I'm thirsty. Quit making smacky sounds. Just for the sake of, I have plenty of fuel. I just want y'all to be able to see what's going on here. Alright, so I have this regular, non-useful book that I'm going to go ahead and burn. Going to use... Yeah, let's go ahead and use that bark. Wood matches always have a better chance of starting a fire than cardboard ones, so if you have, both, try to go with the wood ones first. Alright, let me go ahead and start this extensive process.
Come on, little fire.
I believe in you. Come on. Da, 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 da. Fantastic. Okay. That worked out just as we needed it to. So let's go ahead and add a fir log to the fire. That way we can melt and boil a great deal of water, given that it burns for an hour and a half.
Close my eyes.
Okay. Might not have left myself enough time, so I'm going to go back and grab that. Chuck that cedar in there, too. And then go about the business of boiling all the water up. Cool. There we go. Now I can stop crying. And yeah, might as well eat something too. Let's see what's gonna give me a good calorie bump. Ooh, now I want to hang on to that. Anything like in a wrapping like this is gonna last forever. I don't really want to goof that up too soon. save that for later. And, you know, I fully realize right now that some of the things that I'm doing are, like, kind of pointless for the goal that we have in mind right now. But they are best practices for someone who wants to stay alive for just a stupidly long amount of time. It is possible if you're super careful. Like I said, I think my record was around 140 days. Which is just... I'd never gotten there before. And probably won't get there again, because they'll probably make the game harder. Pardon me. In story mode. Alright, so now we're all rested up. We're good to go. Well, a little hungry. Eat this crappy little candy bar. Yeah, might as well. That'll take care of some of my thirst as well. Not that I had much. Okay. Now. Good to go. Okay, door. Rude. Alright, let's boogie on out of here. Okay. Now I need to get my bearings real quick. Okay, so there's the clear cut where we started. If we went down there and followed that road, we would come across a little cluster of trailers that are apparently used by the logging company staff. Or were, back when, you know, there were people here. Ooh! Let's come over here and grab these rose hips. Once again, force a habit. I like collecting the loot. Anywho, so that's off in that direction. We're not going to do that. We're going to head off in this direction. And I'm going to carefully try to slide down the side of this mountain without breaking my legs. Which may or may not happen. But I'm just impatient and I don't want to climb all the way the hell back down that mountain. It is possible to pull stunts like this. You have to do it slowly and super carefully. Because you will, like, break your ankles or, you know, do all manner of horrible things to yourself if you're not careful. Even on just an incline like that, you know, it can be kind of dangerous to run down it. So you kind of have to watch your pace. Alright, so now we're going to head up here. We're going to find the train tracks just over this rise. Now you'll remember, the train tracks, from where I am right now, if I followed them in that direction, we would go back to, oh snap, it's a wolf. I don't even know where it is. Ah! Do I have a flare? No, I threw it on the ground. Ah, whoops. Did it forget about me? Oh god. Okay. Oh god, no, it didn't. I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm just running. Oh god. Oh, it's a wolf. I'm trying to figure out how I can outsmart him. Maybe I can't right now. He might have me. Leave me alone. Oh god. I see you, boo. Look, there's a perfectly good deer right there. There it goes. Maybe? I'm not real sure what just happened there, but I don't think it's concerned with me anymore. Cool. Okay. Okay. All better. You know, hell with it. Right back there is the camp cabin that we started out at. I don't think I'm going back there. Oh, hey, thanks. Sometimes it pays to, like, figure out where the deer are and run there so that the wolf will be like, ooh, easier prey. Prey that won't try to stab me back. Okay, so over here, sometimes there's some good stuff to be found in this little train derailment. Which, to get into the train car, kind of have to jump up on this little log, shimmy your way up it, and ta-da, you have some shelter. I have used this little train car to, like, throw down an emergency bedroll and sleep there. Just to stave off hypothermia. Also, wolves like to hang out around here, and I don't think they can get into the train car. So, ooh, yay. We definitely needed that. Excellent. Now, at least if we go hand-to-hand with a wolf, we can actually maybe defend ourselves a little better. Not die. Oh, so have there been a lot of changes since my last videos? Thank you for asking. There actually have. I will show you a few of them as I get back on my way towards my next destination here.
That stuff will come in handy.
Because they really made a lot of cool changes and made a lot of stuff a little more user-friendly. Okay, I think I've got everything over here. I'm not going to bother skinning or grabbing meat from this deer because I just don't have time for that right now. We have a new zone to check out. Anyway, okay, so new changes first and foremost is the Forsaken Muskeg zone, which I was mentioning earlier is like, I've checked it out once or twice. I don't know everything about it yet, but it is very vast. Most of the cool stuff, most of the action, you're going to find, like, around the perimeter of the map. And then there's, like, this big, barren, like, dangerous center to it, because it's basically like a frozen marsh. And you're walking on ice that may or may not be weak at any given point. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. Okay, I just broke my ankle walking. That's great. Well, I took the hustle right out of my movement here. Oh, and just in time for wolves. Magnificent. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take some pain pills, clear that up. Let me get way over here. Jeez, God, look at all those wolves. Okay, so we're gonna try to circumvent them. Back in this area that I wasn't planning on going to. I'm still not planning on it. Okay, let me keep an eye on these fools. Sorry, I'm gonna get to show you what I'm talking about as far as, like, the mechanics and or some of the mechanics and some of the interface changing and some of the menus. But first, I want to make sure I'm not gonna get et. Okay, all right. I think I got past him. Oh, okay. Wow. Surprised I made that jump without dying, or breaking both my legs, or whatever. Okay, so we're just gonna shimmy on down to road level again. Now that I think we're past all the dangerous chompies. Yeah, you know, oddly enough, I can probably win against a wolf in hand-to-hand combat at this point. Not three. Not three, though. Can't do it. They would, they'd get me. Okay, so here we are at the train loading area, which means that right over here... God, I'm moving slow. Right past this bend is going to be a bridge over a frozen river. And beyond that bridge, if we make a left, we will find a dam that we can go into the building and root around. And there's generally just a lot of stuff in there, up to and including a hunting rifle, which is the one thing I want to go into this new zone with you guys having. Otherwise, we're not going to last too long. It's going to be real boring for everybody. Anywho, while I'm just kind of ambling along here on my sprained ankle. Okay, so one of the new things is this down here. They changed your little, I guess, dashboard for your status. So at a glance, you have what your calorie store is, you know, your temperature, condition, all that good stuff. Obviously, you can now tell that I am freezing and tired and about to starve to death. But luckily, I know I can push myself just a little bit longer. Now, once we get over here to this building, I'll show you the rest of the changes that they made to the menu that I think are really cool and really added a lot to the experience. Now, I realize... Oh, jeez, God. Aw, man. No. I hear ya, but I don't see ya. Alright, I'm gonna just kind of start tiptoeing a little bit. There he is. Alright, he's right over that rise. Sweet. We're there. Oh, God. Oh, he saw me. Oh, geez. Oh, crap. Ah! No! Bad dog! Oh, thank God. Okay. Now, the good news about this particular place is there might also be a wolf in here. We don't know for sure yet. Alright. So, we are now in the dam. Which is in and of itself kind of its own little sub-zone. It's vast. There's a lot here. Let me go ahead and refuel my storm lantern. Let me figure out how to do that now. Okay. Refuel that bad boy, because no matter what time of day it is, it's dark inside the damn building. So let's go ahead and light this up. And we will find what we can find. Oh man, I hear... Ah! No! Oh, okay. I'm sorry I yelled. Yeah, so that's the wolf that for some reason lives in this freaking building. Let me go ahead and fix myself up before it comes back. Alright. So now I'm not going to die of wolf bite. Yeah, how about that? You run into a building for shelter from a wolf, and you run face to face into another wolf. That is some nonsense. Anyway. Actually, I know why the wolf is in here, and I'll show you in a minute. But first, let's just start looking around. Okay, obviously, Wolfie is going to leave a blood trail, so we will avoid going where Wolfie went. For another moment, we'll see if he just bleeds out on his own. Meanwhile, I'm going to take everything I can grab of use in here. Nothing there. Now, notice this whole big room has, like, lockers and boxes and all kinds of crazy stuff you can get into. look in each and every one of them. You'll find some of them that are locked. You'll need a crowbar to get into them. But maybe we can find a crowbar in here and make that happen. We are over an hour into this stream, and I had been hoping to be in the new zone by now. But, you know, we'll take it step by step. If nothing else, you guys, I will get us there. And then we can scope it out a little better at a later date. I'm gonna leave that. That seems useless. Okay. Ooh, well, not much use in the cold, but probably better than nothing. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so those two are locked. Can't get into them. Alright, there's another lantern in case I don't know, flake out and forget this one. Let's go in here. Definitely grab those every time you see them. Okay. These might be the boots. Dang it, stop doing that. Well, probably not very warm, but I'll take them. Alright, you notice in the bottom left corner the little weight icon. I am definitely weighted down right now. Oh, God. I'm definitely being stalked by an angry wolf. But I don't really care at the moment because I have a reason, long-term reason, for carrying all this junk with me.
I'll take it.
I think that wolf just bled out. I'll have to go look. That's one of my favorite things about the dam. Is that, yeah, there may be an angry wolf in it, but you can stab it to death, and then you can eat it. And, like, all in the comfort of being inside. So it's actually kind of ballin', when the wolf appears in here.
This stuff will come in.
Alright, now I'm just gonna start taking stuff that, gonna start leaving stuff behind that doesn't seem all that useful to our current situation. Yeah, I guess. Definitely want that.
This will come in handy.
That's gonna be super, super handy, like, way, way down the line. Alright. Don't forget, there's another safe in here. Let's go ahead and crack that puppy open. Because sometimes, and I'm not real sure how they do it, they manage to cram an entire hunting rifle in there. Now, I don't know if that's still a thing that happens, but it happens from time to time. Or at least it used to, in previous iterations of the game.
Man, I am too tired to think straight.
I know. Hang in there. You know what? This is boring as hell. I don't know why I'm doing this. Let's go. This is stupid. What I want to do is like we can come back to that later. I don't feel like making y'all sit there and watch me crack a safe. That is not compelling viewing right there. I do want to come down here and see if I can figure out where that wolf died, though. Alright. Down this painstakingly long hallway. Hello? Hello? Angry wolf? You okay? Alright, I'm gonna put that out. And we've got decent light in here. Okay, so. Now that I'm down here by my my favorite fire barrel, down here, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna start a fire just for giggles. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save that accelerant for when we really need it. Old habits die hard, man. I can't not do the cautious thing in this game anymore. I'm always like long-term.
That didn't work.
Hey, good call. Sure didn't. I'm all like, my habit with this game now is like long-term planning. Like, I'm gonna need this when this item breaks, or you know, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, hey, look, a round. Okay, so I just wanted to get a fire going, just so I can start getting my warmth back. Because remember, I am in risk of getting hypothermia. I'm gonna stand here next to the fire for a while. Gonna drink some water, gonna eat some food. What else? And then I need to take a little nap. But first, my whole point of coming down here, other than to take a nap, was to look at this clothing tab that they added since the last time I was doing videos in this game. So, I really think this is cool. I need to address my clothing situation right now. So, like I said earlier in the video, this kind of answers the question I always had in this game, which was, okay, here I am collecting all this clothing. Why don't I layer it? Like, I'm literally freezing to death. Why am I not wearing 2 sweaters at one time? Check it out. Now you can. So you have an underlayer on your torso, an overlayer, you've got like a shirt and an overshirt, you've got accessories, which I don't even know what goes in that slot yet, so that's an adventure. You have scarves and head wraps and hats and all kinds of stuff you can put on your head. Now that we have options for gloves, let's look through them and see what's gonna be best for us. I kind of like the way they have all these stats laid out over here because it gives you a better, like, at a glance, which piece of clothing is superior to the other. So let's go ahead and find some gloves that are going to keep us warm and dry, which is going to be these guys for now. Okay. Now, started off with these worn jeans, got ragged jeans. I might could throw these ragged jeans on over top. There we go. Alright, don't have any other long johns I can put on. Don't have any other socks. I do have other shoes and boots. Now, these boots are not going to be as water and cold resistant. They're going to be more armor class for me. You know, for those times when I'm getting chewed on by wolves. And I'm going to be able to move faster. That said, until I think we have a little bit better stuff going on our torso, those might be the boots we wear. Just because, you know, we stand less of a chance of freezing to death in them. Okay, so now I've got the clothing situation under control. I can see at a glance everything I have on. I'm going to go ahead and back out and go back to the backpack where I can also look at my clothes in this format. Now I can go through here and look at everything that isn't checked, which means I'm not wearing it, and I can scrap it for, you know, spare clothing parts if I need to, so I can sew up what I'm wearing later. Not really feeling that right now, because, once again, I just kind of want to hustle on and show you the cool stuff I came to show you. So I'm just going to drop all the clothes that I'm not using right here. Ooh, ooh. Why am I not wearing those? Yeah, that vest is kind of garbage. I will hang on to those boots, though. I'm taking those puppies with me. Okay, so now that I've got a little bit of housekeeping out of the way, with this new system that they have here of these buttons and the central backpack thing. Of course, you can check your entire inventory from the backpack, but these are like faster ways to get to the things you need. You know, you can look at your first aid at a glance, you know, from that screen. Of course, the clothing we just looked at, crafting, you know, you can do your sewing and stuff from this little radial thing. So you don't have to dig into your inventory, find the item, and then click through all the steps. You know what I mean? That way. So now there's this handy little campcraft tab where we can go to start a fire, drop decoys, build a snow shelter, which is a new thing, drop the bedroll, and just like sit around and pass time, which you can now do, you know, in lieu of sleeping. Alright, so I'm just going to lay this down right here and catch about a 4-hour nap. Just to see how far that gets us, as far as stamina goes. Okay. Oops, wrong. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Yeah, I'm still tired, but I'm not in danger of passing out just yet. Okay. Let's go on walkabout real quick. I just want to very fast look around this ground floor down here. Because sometimes, on the luckiest of days, you used to be able to find... Shut your crying mouth. You used to be able to find, like, a rifle propped up against the wall in here. Which is not looking like the case. Alright, well, can't say we didn't try. Let's see here. At this juncture, I kind of feel like my clothing situation could be better, but isn't the worst. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, stop.
Best be prepared for anything.
Definitely take that. Definitely take that. Ooh, mittens. Maybe I could put those on under something else. Okay, so anyway, the wolf got in through there because there's a snowdrift piled up to that window up there. If you have not thoroughly explored this zone, you might not know that way down there on the other side of the room, back in that corner on the right, is a door that goes down into kind of the guts of the dam. And there's a lot of stuff to explore back in there, a lot of looting to do. I don't want to go back down in there because the chances of me finding the rifle that I'm looking for in that place are pretty slim. Or at least, in my experience, has been. Now, once again, I haven't been, you know, up to my eyeballs in this game like I used to be. Don't get me wrong, I still adore it with every fiber of my being. This is like my eternal jam right here. This is the game I could play forever and never get bored. But I've had, you know, a lot of other gaming to do lately. So I don't know if, you know, things have been tweaked. You know, if the drop rates or the drop locations for, yeah, whatever, for the rifles have changed. Or if I'm just, like, wicked unlucky this time. Turn that off to conserve a little bit.
Getting tired.
I just had a nap, you lazy jerk. Oh, you know what, Mark, I kind of wish also that the game would let you auto pick up your bedroll, because I cannot tell you how many times just, you know, playing the game, you know, just for kicks by myself, that I have actually, like, gotten to a point where at some point in the game you can make a bearskin bedroll. And I mean, you have to be some kind of badass to get to that point where you have killed like 3 bears, skinned them, cured their skins, and then made a sleeping bag out of them. Like, it's like the achievement of the game. And I got to that point and then just like straight left it somewhere. Like, just laying on the ground after camping in the woods one night, and I was so mad. Oh my god. So yeah, that would be a nice option. I don't want to say I like that it's not an option, but I get why it's not an option, you know? For the sake of realism, I guess. Man. Man. Yeah, I really don't want to bother with those just yet. Alright. So, I'm gonna get up here by the door. Gonna take another nap. I never did find the body of that wolf. Did it, like, die on the ceiling or something? Where the hell did it go? Anyway, I'm gonna lay here in a pile of wolf blood. And, let's see, how much time do we have left now in the day? 3 hours. Let's read on that book a little more. Oh, no? I thought maybe you could get to the book from there. There it is. Yeah, making thirsty sounds. Okay, so I've already read that book. Can I, like, read? Ah, look at that. Okay. So apparently reading the same book twice makes you smarter at something. If only it was like that in real life. Alright, so now I can quit making gross noises. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry, sometimes I spaz out clicking in this game. Just, clicking everywhere. Alright, once again, gonna read until I no longer can. Cool, I got a little over an hour in on that. Let's eat a little more food. Maybe drink some purple drink. I've got some calories in me now.
I'm so tired.
Shut up.
Right here.
Whiny. Okay, yeah, might as well. Let's go ahead and sleep for 8 hours, or as long as we possibly can. If I do not require 8 hours worth of sleep, I will wake up in the dark and then sit there being bored. Okay. Where are we at here? 3 hours of darkness left. I could use some more nap. But I could also use a drink. We're gonna drink soda just to knock out some of the hunger, some of the thirst at the same time. Alright. 3 hours of darkness, let's... yeah. Let's not cut it so close. We want as much daylight today as possible. Alright, let's see now. Cool. Well, this'll do. This'll do quite well. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and chomp up some cans of stuff. Just on the cusp of being overburdened. But I'm actually pretty happy with the amount of stuff. Well, if I pick this up, it's gonna weigh me down. But I'm pretty pleased with, like, the amount of food stuff and just general, you know, survival things we have going on right now. The only thing missing is that frickin' gun. Okay. Once again, just for the sake of time, we're gonna skip stopping and skinning every single animal like I normally would. Chopping up all the meat. Because while that is a very, very good thing to do, survival-wise, I really, really want to show you guys some stuff in the next half hour. Whoa, hey, like the sky, apparently. Check it out. Although, while I'm walking, I'm going to do that thing again where I fangirl over Hinterland Studios. Because this art style is like, I love it so much. I really love the direction they took with the art for this game. I love how the sky looks like layers of watercolor and how, you know, the trees look like they're almost made out of paper. But yet, you know, the weather conditions and the visibility and everything just remains, you know, all somewhat realistic, you know. Oh, man. Not again. These fools. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of come back around this little ridge here. My God. Why? Why with all the wolves? Ah, are you straight up kidding me right now? Listen. Listen. Listen, Linda. I don't have time for your crap. Get away. I said go? That's right, you'll run. That's right. Huh, well. I guess that solved that. Now I just have to get on the other side of this ridge.
Feel my hands.
God, I would love right now to have something that I could shoot those wolves with. Tell you what, just on the off chance.
So cold. So cold.
Just on the off chance of there being something good over here. Let's look in this fallen down barn or whatever. Okay, so we have some firewood, not much else. Some rose hips. I've literally never found a hunting rifle in any of these things, so, you know, they are lootable, there's plenty of stuff in them, I'm just not going there right now. So basically, if I keep hiking up this way, I'll end up back, you know, at least on the train tracks. Yeah, like, I'm starting to wonder if I, like, spawned with a pork chop tied around my neck or something. Because there's been a wolf at, like, every turn. And normally, especially during the daytime, that's not too big of a deal. But, they must be hungry today. Where the crap am I? I'm going this way. Man, if it wasn't for that giant pack of wolves, I wouldn't have had to make this giant detour. Grrr. Oh, where even am I? Am I... Ah. I think I got turned around. Unless that is the train tracks I'm looking at. Okay. Once again, now I know where I'm at. I wonder if I can spook this guy. Eh. Whoa. Oops. No. Hey, quit doing that. Ah! So scary. Get away from me, bunny rabbit. Hi, Alex Tapman. Oh, wow. It is a winter wonderland down here. Look at that. Oh, so many critters. Alright. Okay. So, we are almost to a point where I can safely unload some of the stuff I'm carrying and try to get myself in good shape to head out to the new zone. Which is just, I'll show you how you get to it once I get over this little rise here. Basically, if you follow the train tracks here, oh, honey, I'm better than Tom at most everything. But yes. Yes, we both are better than him. Anyway, if you follow the train tracks straight this way, you'll come to like a tunnel. And that is the tunnel you go through to get to the... God, what? I keep forgetting the name of it. The Forlorn Muskeg? So, we're just going to come back here. We're going to, you know, take maybe a nap. Eat, drink, do all the maintenance stuff. Put down the bulk of the things we're carrying. And then we will head out. Alex, you should ask Tom about Zen pinball sometime and see what he has to say about that. Just, you know, just for giggles. Because in addition to being, like, over-the-top obsessed with survival scenario games, I also, like, have a problem with pinball. And I have beaten Tom on pretty much every pinball game we both own. So... Just ask him. He'll love it. Tom Chick. Yeah. I got you, bro. Alright, so. Let's get down to business here. Let's throw... let's throw a bunch of newspaper in here. Yeah, we'll keep the matches. They don't weigh anything. Throw some of the better first aid business in here. Just to lighten up a little bit. It's a whole crap load. Okay. So I have a good amount of painkillers. Yeah, everything's good there. Not carrying too much clothes. I'm actually going to put this up. I'll put those up too. They're a little heavy for now. And I'm going to put the boots up. Gonna hang on to all that food. Let's throw that bedroll, the mountaineering rope, a dead flare, just for lack of somewhere better to put it, an extra sewing kit, And you know what? I don't feel like I'm going to need a whetstone within the next half an hour of gameplay. So, that got us down 20 pounds lighter than we were, which is a good starting point. Now we're just hungry, tired, and cold. So we're going to drink some water. We're going to eat some delicious dog food. And maybe some of this, what else do I have? Maybe this thing. Stale granola bar. Get that out of the inventory. Okay. There we are. We're ready to roll. No, we're not. We need a nap. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. 11 hours of daylight. Let me... Let's see how far that gets us. It ought to get us warm again, at least. Maybe? Maybe, perhaps? Yeah! And now we're only a little bit winded. And we can fix the hunger and thirst aspects real quick. I think I'll go ahead with this guy here. Now I'm roadworthy. Okay, let's go. Now that we have, what, 6 hours of daylight left. Got probably about, I don't know, hours walk ahead of us. Roll out. Always on the lookout for wolves. Always, always. Alright, nothing cool happening down there. You know, one of the things they've added recently that I've noticed is a lot more, like, ground clutter, you know, like these stones that you find laying around and just, you know, kind of makes the scenery a little more interesting. Just little graphical tweaks here and there, you know. Alright, so here we have another derailment. Sometimes there'll be a dead dude, like, in this vicinity. There is not right now. But you always want to look over here by this tree because for some reason there's a pile of supplies. Might as well. I don't know if it'll come in handy where we're going, but, you know. It's definitely something we want to have, you know, just in general. Yay! So there we go, leaving Mystery Lake, finally. Yay! Well, I'm already complaining about being cold. Okay, so here we come out into the frozen wilderness out here. It's a great, great big map. Uh, Basically from the little amount of exploring I've done over here so far, kind of circular map, with the central part of it consisting of like an iced over swamp, that has a lot of weak ice patches. It has a lot of like bears trucking around on it and wolves everywhere, and it's just kind of a really unforgiving, hard to find shelter. Just a really hardcore area. This is some good exploration that isn't, you know, packed all tight into a tiny little zone. So there's like plenty to, I don't know, plenty of little things to run across out here. But first, the first thing I want to show you out in this lonely tundra land is yet another train derailment. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when you hear them, they're just flying overhead, not alerting you to a lucrative corpse that you can mess with and or eat. Or eat while you mess with it, I don't know. I'm not picky. Okay. So, inexplicable antiseptic bottle. Not gonna bother with that. And to be frank, I have not done much, wandering around over here. Around these cars. So I'm just gonna take a quick look and say, oh, glad I did. Yeah, you always want to check around stuff like this and see if there's anything you can use. Definitely use that. I've got enough bandages. I've got enough, yeah, I'm fine. I've got enough tinder for now. Always grab flares, because you will always need to throw them at wolves. Oh, wow. Okay. So, coal. We are going to want to grab up all the coal we find. And I'll show you why. We'll leave that there. Just for the time being. Oh, soup. Mmm. Delicious ground soup. Alright. Anything else? Anything else worth a dang to look at? Ah, yeah. Yeah, there is. Oh. So, check it out. I have a little rail car here that has been being used as a poacher's camp. Which means they left some of their stuff. But they didn't leave me a freaking gun! Ah! What gives? Well, I don't know. This'll just make for a super interesting exploration. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have an irritating lantern. Okay. Well, dang. That was underwhelming. Okay. Let's store some stuff in a container for now. For example, gonna store, soup, the good pork and beans, some jerky, and some purple drank. Oh, look, you can click and drag it now, too. That's cool. Used to be you could only use this here, arrow button, but now, that's clever. Good job. Okay. I think we're good on everything else. I could probably stand to drop... There it is. The coal. Alright. So now, I have a store of, stuff I can burn in this fire barrel. Well, which I should probably do right now. Because I'm cold. Oh, I thought I had enough tinder. Turns out I don't have any. Good thing I looked. Still trying to get used to how the menu differs from when I was playing last. Because this little fire starting tab here is kind of new. Pretty neat. You guys, I think I hear something. I think I hear something walking or... I think I hear a big critter somewhere really close. So obviously I'm going to do the smart thing and walk outside to look. Oh, sweet Jesus, there's a bear over there. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Fantastic. I thought I heard some grunting and carrying on. Alright. Let's go ahead and quickly start a fire here. Maybe that bear will not like the fire. I don't know. I'm just thinking of anything I can do to not get eaten right now. Oh god, he sounds really close. Alright. I'm going to drink a cup of coffee real quick. There it is. Here's why. A, it will take care of my thirst. B, it will take care of my tired. And because I want to now quickly run away from where I am, kind of need that little energy boost. Ah! Okay. Okay. Getting away from where the bear is. Cool. Okay. So, we'll make our way carefully over here, because once again, this ice is not very trustworthy. Very patchy. You can fall through it in places. It'll give you a little crack crack sound warning that something might not be good. But if you keep going forward, you will fall into the ice and immediately die. Okay. Right now, I'm more concerned with finding maybe another place that is sheltered, that I can make a fire in or near that doesn't have a frickin' bear in it. Ah! Oh no! Oh jeez. Oh crap. I did the thing. I did the thing. Damn it. I got all turned around. Okay. Where am I going? Is this ice any safer? Oh, no, no it's not. No. Oh god. Okay, so turns out you don't immediately die anymore, which is a plus. I seem to remember at one point maybe you would die immediately after falling into ice. Okay, well let's try to find another route to, like, the mountains over here or something. Sticking to as many of these little islands as I can. Oh. I wonder. Yeah. I think maybe I need to make a fire here for a minute. Oops. Forgot to get firewood. You know, I don't feel 100% good about that little alcove anyway, because it might be a bear nest. Nest? Is that what they have? Den? I don't know. A bear place.
I don't rest soon, I'm gonna faint.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Let's see. Ooh! What's that I see over there? That looks like a deer stand. It may not be much, but it's, at least a little shelter. While I'm here, let me grab one of these. Alright, I'm about pushing myself to the limit right now, but I would really like to at least make it over to this little deer stand. Not in the best of health right now.
I lay down right here. If I thought I'd ever wake up.
But I think I'll be okay. Oh my god, if there's a rifle up there, like, I might just pee my pants with glee if we finally find a hunting rifle. Get up there. The hell?
I think I can use this.
Yeah, alright. Ooh, sardines. Delicious and nutritious. Oh, wow. Wool mittens. Okay, well, fairly disappointing trip to the deer stand, but this might be a good place for me to just make a little fire and try not to die of frostbite. Save the integrity of that fire starter as much as we can, because that'll be something that we might need in the future. Yeah, alright. Here's what's happening. I'm going to lay here next to this fire for 3 hours. Okay. Now I'm not as tired, but I am warmed up, and I am not in danger of dying anymore. Okay, ooh. I am in danger of starving, though. Let's see, what's the condition? Let's see here. Yeah, I have to stay above freezing for 12 hours. That's not going to happen out here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get used to the fact that I'm going to get hypothermia. Oh, whoops. Alright. Now, I think that direction is where we came from.
I need to lay down.
Man. Trying to decide if I can make it... Trying to see where I can make it anywhere at all across these little islands. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Let's see here. That helps a little bit. What I want to do is get over to, like, the edge of the map over here where these mountains are.
So tired.
And maybe look for a little place to take shelter. Maybe if there's a cave or something. at any rate, I just need to get out of the wide open. Actually, I'm gonna put that out real quick. Ooh, it just occurred to me. Another new thing that has happened since the last videos I was making is that you can make a snow shelter. But I don't think I have the materials for that, nor can I gather them quickly. But I need to keep that in mind going forward as something that'll be helpful in scenarios like this one. God, you can barely see anything on the video. Is that a cave? That looks like a cave. Either that or I'm walking straight into a wall. Either way, I don't care. As long as I'm, like, next to a rock wall, I can kind of make a little bit of shelter. At least from the wind. But, it does. It looks like a cave. Let's go ahead and get this turned on so I can see what's up. Yeah, shelter. And, best part, there's nobody home. There's not a bear in here to get mad at me. Alright. It's a little warmer in here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down a... What am I going to do? No, let me take a drink. No, I didn't need to drink water. Damn, what am I doing? Yeah, I just need to eat something and then sleep. I'm going to go ahead and eat that finally. Cool. That'll be enough to see me through the night. Now I can put down... Oh, hello. There we go. Put down my bedroll and try my best to sleep until morning. I might freeze to death overnight. I don't really know. Did I... What just happened? Did I just pick up the bedroll? Damn it, I hate it when that happens. Hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay. Ooh, it's getting much colder. Oh, that's terrible looking. Okay, well, you guys, I think that this cave right here is a good place to call it quits for the day. We can pick up next time right here, and we can continue checking out this very cool new zone. So, since I just slept, that will have saved. I'm gonna go ahead and quit. But thank y'all for joining me. Please check back and see when we're going to do this again. I'm not real sure when I'm going to have time to do this, the next installment here, but I look forward to doing it again very soon. We will let y'all know on Twitter and Facebook and all the other appropriate channels when this is going to transpire. But once again, thanks for joining us. Throw us a like, a subscribe, whatever you do on whatever platform. And have a great night, everybody. It was awesome playing The Long Dark with you.